Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you. What an absolutely brilliant day we've had so far. It's raining medals for India at the Commonwealth Games, and India have already won 2 gold medals in boxing, and they finished 1-2 in triple jump, which is the first time ever in the history of Commonwealth Games where India in athletics have finished in 1 and 2 positions. Sandeep Mishra is here with me. Also, let us not forget the hockey bronze medal that women's team have won. They waited for 16 years to win that medal. We'll discuss all of it. Also in badminton, we've seen PV Sindhu go through to the finals, Lakshya Sen in the finals. Unfortunately, Kidambi Srikanth, he lost to NC Yong. But yes, it has been a good day overall. Let me then begin straight away with athletics, because this is huge. What the Indian athletes have done in athletics this year in these Commonwealth Games is phenomenal, and I'm joined by M.A. George, who is Abdullah Abu Bakar, who got the silver in the triple jump. His coach, he's also coached Prajusha Malikal, who won the triple jump medal in Commonwealth Games in 2010, and knows what it takes for athletes from Kerala to go at the international level and win medals. Also joining me is former Indian captain and coach Preetam Sivach. Three of the girls from her camp, they are there from her coaching academy. They are playing. They won the bronze. Also joining me is Gaurav Biduri, boxer who is at the camp right now but has been following all the action and has been spot on with his predictions when it comes to the Indian boxing team. And then Sandeep Mishra, our sports editor. So let's then get straight into it, and let's begin with athletics, because this is huge. Mr. George, did you think that this would be possible before the Commonwealth Games began, that we will get so many medals in athletics?
Yeah, very well. This year, especially in athletics, India doing very well, because in almost all events, Indian performance are very high compared to other previous past. Especially in triple jump, all India 3 jumpers already that one benchmark is at 17 meter that cleared 3 triple jumpers. Abdullah Abu Bakar, he did 17.19 about 2 months back, and Mr. Pradeep, sorry, Indian Praveen Chitravet, yeah, he did 17.18, and this fellow, our first gold medal winner, Eldos Paul, yeah, he already said 16.99 was his best. So almost 17 meter. Yes. And another fellow, one Karthi, he did 17.10. So 4 members are there in Indian contingent. All are almost equal. So at any time, any day, one can excel. So today, Mr. Eldos Paul 17.03, just behind Mr. Abdullah 17.02. It is a very happy moment for Indian athletics.
Yeah. Sandeep, you've been covering Indian athletics for a while now. To be able to see this, Indians finishing 1 and 2, gold and silver, this is huge. This is the first time it's happened in athletics, and we were even talking about how we've got a handful of gold medals since the beginning of the Commonwealth Games, and you know, that just goes on to show the kind of field one gets in Commonwealth Games. It's not an easy field, and then for Indians to be able to dominate like this, it's phenomenal.
It is, because the field is extremely deep, and you know, as George was saying, that you know, you have 4 now coming out of Kerala, you know, all jostling for space and places, yeah, out there. But when you talk about the triple jump, you always went back to Mohinder Gill, you know, you went back to those 2, then you came down to Ranjit Maheshwari, then you came down to Arpinder. So there was a huge gap in the middle. Now to have 4 or 5, and I think Paul's 1 and 2 and Abu Bakar's 2 is going to spur more and more athletes out there to try the triple jump. And also probably one thing that George would always clarify, and you know, in a different sense, is that this is such a technical event. This, yeah, is such a technical event that not many take to it. The long jump probably people come in for, I don't know how he convinces athletes to try out the triple, because all the time when you watch the triple, you always feel what is happening, where are they going to land? And 17 plus, the way he's saying it is tremendous. I mean, of course, you have greats like Jonathan Edwards, I mean, from Great Britain, who've been so dominant in the triple jump, and they have jumped 18.29. That's been, I think, 27 or 28 years old world record. Nobody has yet shattered it. So to jump over 17, and I think George would probably say yes to this, this 17 plus, which means that now 17.4, 17.5, 17.6, these are the marks that one needs to achieve in that sense.
Specifically, if we talk about Eldor's Paul as well, Mr. George, you know, the thing that stands out, and as Sandeep was saying, it is a technical event, it's not easy to master, height being a huge factor in that. Eldor's Paul, not the tallest, you know, then to be able to have the strength to be able to jump that much, that's phenomenal, isn't that so?
So right, Eldor's Paul, though he is a very, compared to other athletes, he is not tall enough. He is only, I think, 1.75, but Abdullah is around 1.80 meter height. So the physique wise, Eldor's Paul is little less, but his some extraordinary, that explosive nature, that help him to do the triple jump event in a big manner. And as you know, triple jump is a highly technical event. At the same time, it is very risky. It is very injurious event too, because it is a toughest event in athletics. And one thing I want to tell you that in 1970s, one Mr. Mohinder Singh Gill did 16.79 meters.
Yes.
That was a national mark, and it stood for years for that national mark. Then our Ranjit Maheshwari came and broke all those records, and he produced up to 17.30 meters. That is a current national record. But at the time that one Ranjit Maheshwari is doing 17 plus, nobody else except one Arpinder, he also did 17 plus. Nobody else in India come beyond the 17 meter.
Sure.
And now all the 4 members of Indian team, or top jumpers of 4, all doing. The 3 are from Kerala, one is from Tamil Nadu. All are doing 17 plus. It is a very, very encouraging factor.
Which then takes me to the next question. 3 from Kerala. We've also seen what Murli Sri Shankar is doing. We've seen, you know, history also. We've seen Suresh Babu, Mr. Yohanan. The tradition itself, sir, what is that like? If you could just tell us in Kerala for long jump, high jump, triple jump.
Yeah, especially in long jump and triple jump, our standard is much, much better. But high jump and pole vault, it is not that much, but not bad. But long jump and triple, there is a big tradition. TC Yohanan did 8.07 meters. That was in national record and Asian Games first. And Suresh Babu produced some 7.90 plus series of jumps. At that time, he did 17.9 for 7.97 for winning bronze medal in Commonwealth Games. And so many long jumpers and triple jumpers are produced by Kerala.
That's right. Also, let me involve our other panelists then on this. Preetam ma'am, हम हॉकी पे तो बात करेंगे, पर ये भी एक बड़ी चीज़ है क्योंकि एथलेटिक्स में ट्रेडिशनली कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में इतने मेडल्स हमने नहीं देखे हैं, पर इस साल जो हम देख रहे हैं और ये जो अभी हुआ है जहाँ 1-2 आपको गोल्ड और सिल्वर दोनों मिले हैं ट्रिपल जंप में, मतलब दिस इज अ ह्यूज अचीवमेंट।
हमारा बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट है। काफी टाइम से एथलेटिक्स में हमें सुनने को नहीं मिलता था कि मेडल मिला है, तो जब मैंने देखा तो बहुत ही अच्छा लगा कि एथलेटिक्स में भी अब मेडल स्टार्ट हो चुके हैं। और ये पूरे देश के लिए बहुत खुशी की बात है क्योंकि काफी टाइम से कॉमनवेल्थ में कोई मेडल नहीं था, काफी कंपटीशन भी होता, तो हमारे खिलाड़ियों ने काफी काम किया और ये बहुत खुशी की बात है।
So we've seen now Tejaswin Shankar, we've seen Murli Sri Shankar, we've seen these two, even Chitravel, he finished 4th, Sandeep. under 19, the World Championships that are going on where Indians are doing well. I somehow feel like this has really been, these games belong to the track and field athletes. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, did you expect these many medals?
No, I mean, I honestly thought, and we forgot probably Avinash Sable, who's
Oh yes, Avinash
you know,
Sable, the
been
biggest I think would
yeah,
be that.
most astounding performance of, I don't know in how many years you probably might even feel, but I mean you are right in a way that, you know, it's all catalyst. Mr. Neeraj Chopra, one javelin throw brings you an Olympic gold, and the excitement goes all the way to Sebastian Coe, who feels that, okay, this is the start, you know, this is the start where, and you look at the commentators, whether in the World Championships or the CWG, they are all so excited when they see Indian runners, because they are now believing that the nation, or you can call it a sleeping giant or whatever you might, that they are slowly waking up to to realize one fact is that the abundance of talent is there, just need to now hone it, give it the structure, and then just release them onto the world stage.
Absolutely. Okay, then let's move on to boxing. Medals were expected, but the one thing that we've been saying on the show is all the predictions that Gaurav's been making, they've all been coming true. So Amit Pangal, he won his final to win the gold medal. Also Neetu Gangas, who was participating in her first Commonwealth Games, 21 years old, she won a gold medal as well. Let's begin with Amit Pangal then. How brilliant was that bout, Gaurav?
He was brilliant in the last Commonwealth Games as well, but the other boxer from England, he was better than him, and he got a gold in this last Tokyo Olympics. In this fight, he was, I told you yesterday, like, he's very good with the tall boxers. Yesterday, the boxer was strong. I told you that was the plus point because of which he lost his first round. I knew this English boxer, he is not that much strong or kind. So Amit can take him very, very easily. And that happened. You have seen the fight. It was like Amit was giving all out because, you know, it's final. Otherwise, in the previous fight, he was playing little defensive and protecting himself from the injuries. Okay. But in the final fight, he was just beating him like anything. And it was one-sided and dominated the fight.
It was a thrilling bout. I mean, the opponent from England, McDonald's, bleeding. Amit, in the first two rounds, was so dominating that actually in the third, he just sort of stepped back and said, you know, I think I've already won this.
No, as Gaurav is saying, and it's also a question, I mean, the confidence is so much in Amit that despite that couple of, you know, even if he gets a punch once in a while, you always feel that he's going to come and bob and weave and, you know, land a couple himself. But what really strikes me is the enormous confidence he goes into the ring with.
Absolutely.
And, you know, there are times like we were discussing this, that does he remain an amateur all his life or does he go professional? And that's something for Gaurav to say.
Yeah, which is, I think, let's ask that to Gaurav. Gaurav, what is the whole scene for turning professional? I mean, someone like him who's boxing so well, is that something that's even on the radar for Indian boxers?
I mean, professionals, actually, Indian boxers are not, they're not participating as much, I would say, because professional boxing is totally different in that they have small size of gloves and they have no waist and they have big rounds, okay, like 12 round fights, 10 round fights. So in that, basically, what is the a good chance when boxer can go professional is when he has a good amateur record. And there he can find a good promoter in professional boxing. Okay, like if you have seen in England, there were many good boxers in Tokyo Olympics. But right now, all their new boxers are participating in this Commonwealth Games. All those boxers who got good performance in this Tokyo Olympics, they have turned professionals. Because in professional, we play for promoters, okay, and we get big money. Big means big money. Okay, and it's only beneficial if you have a good promoter. Okay, so good promoter you will get only if you have a good performance. So after getting good performance, like Amit, of course, he's having a good performance in every major competitions. So if he wants to go for professional, it's a good chance, man.
Okay. Let's also talk about Neetu Gangas. You said that, you know, she's also looking very good, but today another dominating performance from her. And the thing which, again, for Jasmine, you said that, you know, she might be overwhelmed by the fact that she's at a stage like this. But with Neetu, her also being, this is her first Commonwealth Games. She's 21 years old, but she didn't seem overawed by the occasion at all.
Yes, ma'am, the confidence she was having, like if you say his past performance, he was two-time youth world champion, and this was her third gold, okay. So I was checking her Wikipedia, so there were 3 performances. Now, latest was this Commonwealth Games gold, and 2 were youth world championship gold. And she's so young and she's doing so good. And the other boxer, the English boxer, was a senior boxer, and she was world championship medalist in senior category. But she dominated that fight against that local boxer, because we have a lot of pressure when we play against the local boxer, because the crowd is there, they are supporting their boxer, and we get lots of pressure because they are rooting for their boxer, and we are just, because Indian, of course in England we have Indian supporters over there, but otherwise, when we have a local supporters, we get under pressure. But she's young, and even after being not so much experience, she has performed a tremendous performance here now.
Now for Nikhat as well, you said not even thinking about it, she's going to win a gold.
Yes, ma'am.
You stand by.
I'm not even thinking like how she wants. She needs to fight. Yeah, how is her opponent? It's one-sided. She's gonna dominate this very easily. So there should be no discussion. She's gonna get gold over there.
Okay. And the last one then, before we move on to hockey, is Sagar Alawat. What are your expectations from that bout for Sagar?
Sagar, yeah. The other boxer, he's tall and he's performing good in the last few fights. And he's also having a good history, because he's from Moscow. His mother is Russian, and his father is Nigerian. Later on, they shifted to England, and now he's playing for GB, Great Britain. The boxer is not that much experienced, but he's tall and he's a new guy. Okay, so our boxer is also new, Sagar. So both gonna have a tough fight.
Okay, we're looking forward to that, but let's move on to hockey. Preeta ma'am, मतलब वो होता है ना कि इजी आराम से जीतने का नहीं है, हमें लास्ट के 18 सेकंड में इक्वलाइज करवाना है, फिर हमें पेनल्टी शूटआउट में जाना है, फिर उसको जैसे तैसे करके जीतना है. नहीं, आज वैसे ही देखने को मिला.
देखो ऐसा है, हॉकी अब बहुत फास्ट हो चुकी है, तो आप एक एक सेकंड के लिए भी आपको बहुत फोकस करना पड़ेगा मैच पे. जब उन्होंने गोलकीपर बाहर निकाली थी, तो मुझे लग ही रहा था कि हमारे ऊपर प्रेशर आएगा और स्कोर जरूर मिलेगा, लेकिन वो इतना प्रेशर आ गया था, वो हमारी टीम जो है कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाई थी. उस टाइम थोड़ा कंट्रोल कर लेना चाहिए था गेम को. और जो पेनल्टी कॉर्नर भी हुआ, वो बहुत मतलब ऐसी सिचुएशन थी कि उसमें जो है, जो उनको स्ट्रोक मिला, वो हम अवॉइड कर ही नहीं सकते थे किसी भी तरह के. नवनीत ने क्या है, गोल पे जा रही थी, जिसपे उसने फुट मारा और जिससे उनको स्ट्रोक मिला, जो हमारे ऊपर स्कोर हुआ. तो मतलब सिचुएशन ऐसी थी. इससे हमें सीखने को मिलता है कि कोई भी सिचुएशन लास्ट सेकंड तक आपको ऑल आउट जाना है, कहीं भी आपको इजी हो गए वहीं पे स्कोर हो जाएगा. तो लास्ट तक मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि पता नहीं, एक मेडल है और 2 टीमें हैं, चला ना जाए कहीं मेडल. क्योंकि हम भी जब 2002 में कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स में जब हम खेले थे मैनचेस्टर में, तो उसमें हमारे साथ सेम सिचुएशन थी. न्यूजीलैंड के साथ जब हमारा मैच चला था सेमीफाइनल, हम 3 गोल से डाउन चल रहे थे, और मैं डर रही थी कहीं ये ना हो कि आज लड़कियां भी न्यूजीलैंड से मैच लूज कर जाए. लेकिन लड़कियों ने बहुत अच्छा खेला, बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया कि भाई जो है 16 साल के बाद ये मेडल जो लिया है.
मैं ये स्माइल कर रही थी ये विजुअल्स देख के. These are just the most heartwarming visuals. These are so nice. I mean, these girls are having such a good time and they deserve all of it. मतलब जो कहते हैं ना कि इनके डिजर्व करती हैं, क्योंकि अब आफ्टर टोक्यो, संदीप, टोक्यो being this on a stage like the Olympics, you do so well, you finish 4th, then you go for the World Championship where you don't do well, you're under pressure. This is a redemption of sorts for these girls.
Yeah, completely. I mean that's probably the happiness that's coming out from all these players.
Yeah.
And I mean, believe me, I mean, whether it was the World Championships or the Commonwealth, I mean, this is a top 4 team. They've played well. They finally, I mean, now they've just come into their own in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
I just wish this particular team had probably done all that they have been doing in the last 2 games at the World Championships, and they would have been in the semi-finals. Even here, almost were in the final. There was nothing out there.
Correct.
And this team has the potential, honestly, to go to the Paris final. It has the potential. And I just hope, I don't know what Preetham feels about it, but I think the coach needs to stay. The coach really needs to stay and be with this team.
प्रीतम मैम, आप इसको कैसे देखते हैं? पहले तो ये देखिए आप कि ये जो सेलिब्रेशन है इसमें नेहा लीड कर रही है, बीच में वही खड़े हुए डांस कर रही हैं, अगर आप देख सकते हो तो।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, मैंने देखा नेहा वो लीड कर रही है। मेरे पास वीडियो आ चुका था, पहले ही आ चुका था, जैसे इन्होंने बनाया मुझे भेज दिया था। और
बीच में सबसे लीडर ऑफ द पैक यही है आज डांस की। पर ऑन अ सीरियस नोट, फाइनल, I mean, Sandeep's made a claim that they can reach the finals पेरिस में, जो कि एक बहुत बड़ा क्लेम है। क्या आपको भी लगता है? और एक जो क्रिटिसिज्म हो रहा था वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में, जिस तरह से टीम ने परफॉर्म किया कि शॉपमैन को नहीं रहना चाहिए कोच, सब लोग आजकल कितना बोलने लग जाते हैं, सोशल मीडिया पे शुरू हो जाता है कैंपेन। आपको क्या लगता है कि इसके बाद दैट फॉर दिस टीम टू डू वेल शी शुड बी देयर? हाँ सर, प्रीतम मैम आपके लिए?
नहीं, मैं तो यही कहना चाहूंगी, टीम कोच अच्छा काम कर रहा है। ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि कभी कभी ऐसा होता किसी भी टूर्नामेंट में हमारा डाउनफॉल भी आ जाता है, क्योंकि हम इससे पहले प्रो लीग खेल के आए हैं और उसके बाद हमने वर्ल्ड कप खेला, अभी कॉमनवेल्थ गेम, एक नेक टू नेक हमने काफी कंपटीशन खेले हैं, तो किसी ना किसी कंपटीशन हमारा डाउनफॉल आता है और वो हमारा वर्ल्ड कप में आ गया था। लेकिन मुझे बहुत डर था कि ये ना हो कि कॉमनवेल्थ में भी आ जाए। तो हमारी लड़कियों ने उसका बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया कि कम से कम मेडल लिया। एक साथ एक ही महीने में हमने काफी कंपटीशन, 3 कंपटीशन खेले हैं, तो उसके बावजूद हमें रिजल्ट दिया। तो कहीं ना कहीं कोच ने अच्छा काम किया, जो उनकी गेम प्लानिंग थी, जो दूसरी टीम को उन्होंने गेम रीड किया था, उसके अगेंस्ट जो हमने काम किया है, तो हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि कोच गलत है। तो कोच ने काफी अच्छा काम किया और वो बधाई के हकदार है।
दूसरी बात ये भी है कि दिस वाज अ ह्यूज टेस्ट फॉर सविता, द कैप्टन, एंड शी हैज कम थ्रू दैट. Of course, her playing such a crucial role in this bronze medal match, Sandeep, it was because of her saves that India ended up winning. But the pressure would have been on her as well, and she's come through.
Yeah, completely. If you look at the men's game, you at least have goalkeepers who are changing every quarter. She's been playing, and add the pressure of delivering a medal to that. Add the pressure that you have such a brilliant player who they didn't select, Rani Rampal. You know, those are all different kinds of pressures. I'm not saying that, let's not even get into the selection part of it, because Savita still, at this moment of time, if you really take the top 2 goalkeepers in the world, she's there in the top 2. And I think she's the one who should be leading them right through. And this bronze medal will just now actually tell them that, okay, you know, we belong here. So let's now go all out and cement this place. This whole top 3, top 4 position has to be cemented by the women's team.
लास्ट सवाल प्रीतम मैम, क्या आपको लगता है कि इनको गोल्ड ये जीत सकती थी? क्योंकि जिस तरह से ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ भी खेली, और दूसरी बात हमने शुरुआत में ये बात करी थी कि थोड़ी फ्लुएंसी कम है, रिदम में नहीं आ रही हैं, जो एक कनेक्शन होता है आपका, आपकी डिफेंस का, मिडफील्डर्स का, आपकी फॉरवर्ड लाइन का, वो नहीं हो पा रहा था। वो हमें लगता है थोड़ा लेट हो गए टूर्नामेंट में आते आते, वरना ये गोल्ड भी जीत सकती थी।
जैसे कि मैं कह रही हूँ, मैच बाय मैच हमारी इंप्रूवमेंट होती गई है। जैसे मिडफील्ड का, फॉरवर्ड का और डिफेंडर का कॉम्बिनेशन बढ़ता गया, मिडफील्ड कंट्रोल होने लगी है। दूसरा ये कहनी चाहूँ, जो हमने इंग्लैंड के साथ मैच हारा है, वो मैच हमारी टीम ने आउटस्टैंडिंग खेला था। उस दिन मैं ये कहूंगी कि एक वर्ल्ड क्लास टीम लग रही थी कि भाई ये हमारी टीम जो है कॉमनवेल्थ की गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट टीम है। लेकिन पता नहीं कैसे हो गया कि उस दिन हम मैच हार गए। इवन ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ भी जो है हमारे साथ जो ऐसा हुआ, हमें मैच जीतना चाहिए था, मैच हमारे हाथ में आ गया था। 5 मिनट 7 मिनट गोल मारने के बाद हम काफी अपर हैंड खेले थे, जिसमें हमने मिसिंग भी किया है। तो मुझे लगता है हमारी टीम गोल्ड ला सकती थी। थोड़े और हमें एफर्ट्स करने पड़ेंगे और पेनल्टी कॉर्नर पे हमें काफी काम करना पड़ेगा, जो कि हमें आगे वाले कंपटीशन में, एशियन गेम्स में भी गोल्ड दिला सकता है।
Okay, I think with that we've come to the end of this. We've got to wrap this up, but like I said, gold rush continues in Birmingham, and these are lovely pictures. If you can just see, cut through this to see Amit Pangal there with Neetu, and of course the Indian hockey team celebrating. All good dancers, good footwork there from all of them, Sandeep. But these are wonderful scenes. I think we'll leave you with these scenes. Thank you so much, Preeta ma'am, for joining us. Thank you once again and congratulations to you. आपके जो 2-3 लड़कियां हैं आपकी अकेडमी से जो इस टीम में हैं, 4 हैं. चलिए, 4 girls are there. So congratulations to you as well. You played such a huge role. कितना बड़ा आपका रोल रहा है इनको यहाँ लाने के लिए. और Gaurav Biduri is always spot on with his analysis in boxing. So Gaurav, thank you so much. And Mr. George as well. Thank you so much, sir. And congratulations to you as well. You've been part of that journey for Abu Bakr, who has finally won a silver at the Commonwealth Games. Sandeep Mishra as well, always spot on with his analysis. That's it then from us. We leave you. In fact, if you haven't seen enough, and I don't think anyone can see enough of those visuals, we'll leave you with these hockey girls enjoying a well-earned victory. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.